How you doing, everyone? Sean O'Kane here with Chip Estimate TV and ChipEstimate.com. We're here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the 2019 Design Automation Conference. With me today is Mr. Frank Shirrmeister, a frequent visitor of ours. He's the Senior Group Director of Product Management and Marketing at Cadence. Thank you very much for taking a little bit of time, day one.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, so we have three different topics we're gonna talk about. So hardware assistant development,
Yep.
emulation, FPGA based prototyping, they're all these key parts of today's development. Now, what is driving their use and complexity, and what specific applications are being targeted?
Well, it's thirst, which is driving, which is a good thing to have in Vegas, right?
Oh yeah.
In this case, it's a thirst for verification cycles.
Okay.
So if you look at designs in the AI space, the machine learning space, and even the new things which go into automotive in the car, and the aero defense guys, in order for them to verify that the systems are secure, to verify that they are functionally correct, they need much more verification throughput than they ever needed. You need to validate all these scenarios,
right,
and you need to do it within the system context. So it's a thirst for verification cycles, a thirst for verification throughput.
All right. So we're right across the way from the Cadence Cloud booth, and we have been running a design contest here. The Pi contest, the Pi in the Sky. It's a portable stimulus that two designers are going head to head, and the winner gets and they'll do this in the cloud, which is
Right.
just amazing. And it's quick and it's easy. So there's a perception that emulation sometimes has a reputation to be just maybe for the big companies, the top 10 companies. But that's changing?
Well, it's changing certainly that we can support big and small companies alike. Obviously, the big users, public users are people like NVIDIA, we have people like Samsung presenting here at the booth.
Right.
They will have emulation in-house, they build their own, what would be a private virtual cloud in-house.
Mm-hmm.
They have also cloud needs that when they get closer to tape out, they need more cycles, they need more replicas, if you will, of their verification environment. So for them, the cloud is actually attractive for what we call peak usage. So going peak, closer to tape out, having more cycle needs, going back to the thirst, right,
Yes.
of verification cycles. But one of the things which the cloud gets you is the ability to serve smaller designs as well. So we have more and more customers who naturally wouldn't be drawn to emulation even though they need it, but they're afraid of its value, translate cost and so forth. So, and they can't afford it for 3 years. They don't want to purchase it right out.
Right.
So for them, we have much more flexible cloud access. We had companies like Under presenting on it here last year. We had at CDN Live companies like Ampere presenting, Ampere actually having very big chips, right, for server. So Under had 6 months access, or going to 9 months, something like that. They didn't want to buy it for a full purchase right out. So for them, cloud access is an alternative. So that extends the tail of users, if you will, the longer tail of users,
Right.
who can use emulation and can make use of it in the cloud.
And they don't have to wait.
They don't have to wait. They have very fast access. So, and for them, they don't have to commit to it with their own lab, at their own premises, and so forth.
You know, you have your fingers on the pulse of what's driving new things. What are recent markets that are driving right now?
Well, one of the things we had naturally with prototyping being focused on desktop prototyping, a difficulty with was to have designs exercised in prototyping for software development at high frequency, at multiple megahertz, for billion gate designs. That spot was kind of open because traditionally in desktop prototyping, if you put many boards together, because of the cabling and so forth, things slow down, kind of to emulation speeds of megahertz, if you will. So one of the really neat things we announced, which is a really big step for us and the industry, was Protium X1.
Yes.
So Protium X1 fills that spot of high capacity, that's billion gate plus, designs at multiple megahertz. So at 5 megahertz, billion gate design at 5 megahertz is a design example, but also allows replication of smaller designs. So if you have IoT designs, a rack of X1 can serve 48 users, all accessing the individual combinations of FPGAs.
FPGA.
So that's a big step.
Based prototyping, absolutely. And I took a peek the other day. I call it the engine room, and it was really amazing.
It's amazing. And with a rack-based format, it's only a question of when that goes into what we have over there as well, the cloud and so forth. So the remote access, but exciting times.
Yeah. Thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. As usual, every year, Heath, here to help us learn a little bit more.
Thanks for having me.
All right, for Frank Shirrmeister, my name is Sean O'Kane. We'll see you next time on Chip Estimate TV.